back to another fun Halloween look. First things first, we're going to do our brows, which I already did using these two Anastasia Beverly Hills pomades. Next, we're going to go ahead and prime our eyes with our Naked Skin Concealer, and this is going to work as our primer before we go in with the eyeshadows. Make sure you buff this all over your eye before we get started. These two palettes we're going to be using are the Morphe 35B and the Jordane Cosmetics Glitter palette. So first things first, when it comes to shadows, we're going to go ahead and use a shade that is literally our skin tone just to set the eye. Then next, we're going to grab this orange shade and we're going to go ahead and buff this in all over our crease before we go in with all these crazy shades. Next, we're going to use this Jeffree Star Cosmetics Gold Glitter just for the brow bone, just to work as a highlight and give this look a nice pop. Also because I do have some eyebrow hairs that I do need to plug, so that hides it very well. And also I'm going to go ahead and just put this in our inner corner just to give those eyes a nice pop in that little section right there. Alright, and next, grabbing a deeper orange, we're going to go ahead and put this right below that transition shade just to deepen up that crease a little bit more. And also we're going to go in with another shade. This is going to be a brown, and this is just going to deepen it up just a tad more just on the outer part of the crease. The more you deepen this up, the nicer and smokier it'll look. Next, we're going to grab this orange from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and we're just going to use this shade to buff everything out and make sure this is all blended. Next, we're going to go ahead and grab some glitter glue and apply this on the brush and then apply on the eye, just so when we go in with that glitter, it does not go all over the place and it sticks way better and nicely, because we do not want to create a mess. And the best way to apply glitter is obviously with your finger, just because you're going to get that full pigment rather than with the brush. So make sure you use your finger. That is like the biggest tip I can give you guys. It will seriously be a life changer. And if you do make a mess, you can always go back with some makeup wipes. I'm using the Aveeno makeup wipes just to clean anything that has gone all over my face or my hands, because we do not want this, again, all over the place. Next, grabbing some black liner, I'm gonna go ahead and create the wing, and then after that we're gonna apply some bold lashes that I just found randomly in my kit. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and do my face routine real quick using the Makeup Forever foundation and buffing that out with just a Morphe brush. Also using Cover FX concealer just to hide those bags and imperfections, and setting that with the Airspun Translucent powder. Next, grabbing a pencil brush, we're going to go ahead and use this black shade just to kind of smoke out that waterline. And once we have that all smoothed out, we're going to go ahead and buff this out using orange shade just to kind of go in that same color scheme with the eyes. And then after that is complete, we're going to go ahead and just use some Lash Sensational from Maybelline just to coat the bottom lashes. And then also I did kind of like flare out my brows a little bit using that same pencil brush as well, just to kind of create that effect. And then I did use some black liner to also create these teardrops on my face that literally took me, not even gonna lie, like 30 minutes. So be very patient with this process. And then again, we're gonna go ahead and use that pencil brush to go ahead and just kind of smoke that out too, because it was looking too messy and it was not a pretty picture. Then just grabbing a random orange shade, we're going to use a big fluffy brush, and we're just going to go ahead and apply this on our forehead, outline those pumpkin carvings already with a white liner first. And then we're going to go ahead and fill that in with some face paint that I just had randomly sitting on my makeup counter, because that's what I've been using for the past other Halloween looks. So we're going to go ahead and just fill all that in. It's not going to be as pigmented as you want it to unless you get a really good face paint. I got mine like at Michael's, so it wasn't even that great. But anyway, so we're just going to go ahead and deepen that up and fill it all in till you feel like it's kind of looking decent. Next, we're going to go ahead and create the nose. I'm using, again, a black eyeliner just to kind of make that nose a little bit more crooked, and we're just going to go ahead and also fill that in. And I, for some reason, did not film this part, but I also did kind of like put some orange kind of going, like contouring my cheeks, if that makes sense. You'll see like the orange on top of my lips and on my cheekbones or cheeks, just because I was going to do this after. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and just use that same black face paint, and I'm going to create like the mouth, kind of making it look like a Joker mouth or also a skeleton mouth. You call it what you want, but this is what I'm doing here. I'm just going to go ahead and put this from ear to ear and on top of the lips as well. Make sure you get all that pigment there, because you do not want this to look so faded and weird looking. So once that is all done, we're going to go ahead and use that same brush. This is just a paintbrush from Michael's, by the way, and we're going to go ahead and just create these weird stripes kind of coming away from it. So this is what's going to make it look like it's a carved pumpkin. You know how when you have like those little pointy lines or pointy teeth, I guess. That's what I'm doing here. And I'm also going to go back in just a second to kind of just make those a little bit sharper using a thinner brush. That's what I'm doing here. We're just going to make him look a little bit more scary looking, more kind of going into a point, but now they're just kind of like flared up. So it's just going to make it look a little bit evil, I find. And yep, that's all I'm doing here. So then we're going to go ahead and grab that orange shade and we're going to go ahead and drag it down, just creating those random squiggly lines. And we're also going to use that same black face paint and we're just going to like draw lines going down. I thought it would just look cool out. There's like no reason for it, but that's what I'm doing here. And yeah, that's basically it. And I also did go back and put some orange in there just to make it look more deeper, I guess. And then last but not least, we're going to go ahead and use some spirit gum to apply some glitter. So spirit gum is like a glue, and we're going to throw on some glitter on the lips just to give it a cool pop, make it look a little girly because I thought I was missing something. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. And after you do this, your look is all complete. Thank you for watching.